Hello, I'm Elaine Stevens, and I want to welcome you to Art Beat. It's been said that dance is poetry in motion. Well, for me, a former dancer, dance is really a canvas being painted with emotion through this beautiful creative movement. You're in store for a real treat here on Art Beat this week as you watch the Gulf Coast Ballet Theater create the Nutcracker right in front of your eyes. Well, the Sanger Theater in Biloxi has never been lovelier with all these beautiful dancers performing. And of course, the man who puts it all together is Stanislav. And we're so delighted to have you as part of our culture down here. Thank you so much. Now, what does it involve in putting all this performance together for Nutcracker? It's such a classic, and people have high hopes and expectations because many of us have seen it so many times. So a lot of pressure on you.
Oh, yeah, but I think this is the greatest time.
It is the greatest time.
Yes, and I'm excited, the children excited, everyone excited, and I hope this is going to be a great show.
Well, so where do you begin with all this? How do you find these dancers?
This is all dancers from School of the Performing Arts.
Wonderful.
Yes, the artistic director of the School of the Performing Arts is Elaine Kulik,
And we'll be meeting her later on in the show.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
very
yes.
good. So it's a combination of schools and dancers that come from a couple of different schools that dance together.
Yes, yes.
Very good.
Lots of different dancers from other schools, which interesting with this show, and I'm glad they in this show, not just I could say the local kids,
Right.
but outside
the local area as
Yes.
well. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but his accent is not Mississippi. Okay. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about where have you come from and what is your background in dance?
Oh, I came from Russia.
Of course you did.
Yes, yes. I graduated the famous ballet school in Perm Ballet in '96. Yeah, I used to study for 8 long years there.
Wow.
Yes.
So now what brings you to South Mississippi? How did you come to us?
Somehow contact with Miss Elaine,
Yes.
and she told me like they need a person who will create all this thing. So that's why I'm here.
It's like a dream for us to have someone of your caliber here, you know, because we've watched Baryshnikov and we've watched all these wonderful dancers through the years, and those of us who took ballet as small children. And now you're with us. So do you have future plans for the Ballet Theater?
Of course, of course. You can stop only on this.
So what kind of things do you envision that's ahead for them?
The next, the spring production is going to be Cipollino, Italian ballet for kids, special for kids, fun ballet.
Kids,
Yes.
wow. Did you ever think you'd be in South Mississippi doing something like this?
I don't think so. That's why I make changes and bring people to more interesting about this.
So now, some of the steps that we were seeing on stage. Tell me a little bit about that. That was strictly a warm up, or was that part of the choreography?
Every day we're doing warming up first of all, because I don't want the dancers will hurt. That's the big point of this.
Right.
Yes.
Because their muscles need to be warmed up.
Muscles, exactly. Muscles memory.
Now, I know I don't want to embarrass you on television, but I've got to see, what are your favorite steps? Can you do one little step for us?
My favorite step?
Yes.
Oh, this is hard to tell. Favorite step?
Well?
Maybe I like to jump.
You like to jump. I
Yeah.
was hoping you would say that because, you know, that's what the Russian dancers are also known for, about their height and their
And
beautiful breadth.
technique, jump technique.
Uh-huh. Can you do one for us? We'll capture it on tape.
I can't.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yes, with the mic. Feel free.
Okay. Maybe it will work.
Wow. Can we slow-mo that? Wow. Well, I'm not going to try that, but that is absolutely brilliant. Now, the height that you reach, is that something that it's taken a while to get there?
Yes, practicing, technique.
Now, for all the little ballerinas and those young men that love to dance out there, what kind of advice would you give them, Stanislav?
This is the advice. This is the big opportunity for them.
Huge opportunity to come out to community ballet theater and be a part of it.
I know it's boring to take only ballet classes, but it's supposed to be something to like recitals or big shows.
To show your technique before an audience is really the way to develop.
Exactly,
isn't it?
exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we thank you for being here. We're so excited about seeing more of the performance, which you'll see in Art Beat later on in the show. And we're going to meet Elaine, and we're going to meet some of the dancers, so stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Art Beat. As you can hear the familiar music of Tchaikovsky in the background, the Nutcracker takes me way back, Elaine.
It's beautiful.
Another Elaine, by the way. And tell us now how you became involved with Stanislav and the troupe.
Well, we have had the nonprofit ballet company for a number of years now, and we needed a new artistic director, and I met him through another Russian friend of mine at last year's performance, and Stanislav has just been amazing. He's so much fun to work with. I just feel like he brings so much to the coast, and we're just very fortunate to have him. Not only does he inspire us with all his dance, and he just loves what he does, but he's an artist as well,
and he makes costumes,
Absolutely.
I heard. Ladies, a man that sews. Okay. So, I mean, he made at least 15 costumes for this production.
He did. And then he came walking in one day to the studio with the Rat King head.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he does a little bit of everything, and he's just a pleasure to be around.
Now, you teach. You're a dance teacher.
That's correct.
Okay, and so you've been at this quite a while.
25 years.
25 years. And why aren't we seeing you in costume in the Nutcracker?
Oh, after you.
After you. Okay, very good. But how does it feel to have your students performing here at the Sanger for this monumental ballet? Because it's such an historic occasion, really.
It's wonderful, and it's watching them grow up. And we do have some students that have been dancing for years, and they are now going to be professional dancers. So it's coming full circle, and it's really lovely to see. And we just hope that people will enjoy the Nutcracker and come out and support the ballet and make it part of their tradition, Christmas tradition.
It is definitely that. Now, if they want to get involved with your dance school, how does that work exactly?
Just come in and try some classes, and Stanislav teaches Monday through Friday.
And where is this?
It's at the eFitness and Wellness Center right off the Cedar Lake exit.
Easy, accessible for everyone.
Absolutely.
So, Elaine, a little bit of advice to those future ballerinas. Stanislav said, you know, perform, perform, perform. Obviously, it takes a lot of practice, a lot of education. What would be your tips that you would offer the dancers?
Oh, just enjoy it, and we have students that come in and they take classes every day, and just practice. And as long as you enjoy what you do and it's fun to practice, and you just the love of dance.
Now, I hope you'll agree with me when I say the following: one is never too old to dance. Isn't that true?
Never
too old to dance. All right, we're going to be back with more Nutcracker right after this break. Stay with us. You're in for a real treat. Welcome back to Artbeat. We are here at the Sanger Theater with the Gulf Coast Ballet Theater, and it is my privilege to interview Sean Pittman. And I saw you dance in Carmen, and it's so wonderful to see you again. What a versatile dancer you are. Now, how do you make that transition through all these roles?
It's years of training, obviously, and when there's a ballet master who knows what she or he's doing, it makes it a lot easier as well.
I take it you mean Stanislav.
I mean Stanislav.
So how is it working with him?
Very, very clear direction, despite the language barrier, but very traditional Russian training, which I'm used to, the Vaginova technique.
Yes.
And also in terms of giving very good advice about taking on various characters.
Yes.
Very, very strong in those areas.
And you're a very strong male dancer, and your physique is very powerful. So how do you project the Rat King, which, by the way, Stanislav made this costume, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He's amazing. He made 15 costumes, as I understand it.
Yeah.
So.
This is one of them. One of the things about dancing this role, I've danced it many times over.
Okay.
And this is the first time, but this is a homemade Rat King, and he adjusted it to fit my head and everything, but it works very well. It was a little challenging initially because I thought I had to look through the eyes, but this is a little veil here, obviously, that makes it easier. But yes, it takes a lot of dexterity in movement and strength. And but more so than that, it's getting into character, so it's more acting. And it's just because there's a veil over my head doesn't necessarily mean that I can't act and I don't need to portray the character. Facial expressions, body expressions also speak, and they speak through the costume.
So that's what's so fascinating about dance, because it truly is an art form unto itself, and so many of the senses are utilized when you're projecting to that audience. Now, what are some of the things the Rat King does that the Chinese person doesn't do?
Well, obviously,
besides eat cheese, of course.
Of course, and he does try to do that. The Rat King actually is a more sinister character, so the line and the movement in the fingers are more cryptic, as opposed to the Chinese, which is a little bit almost more classical, but a character
more
classical, more structured. Yeah.
So, any favorite roles? I know you've been dancing for a long time. Since how old?
Oh, I've been dancing since 12 or 13,
Wow.
so about 20 years.
And any favorite roles that you have within that context?
Oh, there are lots of favorite roles.
Each one probably becomes your favorite as you're performing it.
Absolutely.
I
I have to say, I think I was made for the Rat King.
Oh, wow. Except we can't see all of you at that time.
Exactly. But you'll have an opportunity to see me in the performance, and that's what counts.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. Thank you, Sean. We're going to interview a couple more of the dancers. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
From the Rat King to the prima ballerina, look at those dazzling blue eyes. And you come from Hungary, I hear. Is that right? What part of
Yes.
Hungary?
From Budapest.
And how long have you been dancing?
Around 12 years. About 12 years.
12 years.
Yes.
How does it feel to be in Biloxi, Mississippi doing the Nutcracker?
Well, it's a beautiful city, I think. I really like it.
you.
I've never been here before.
How long are you going to be with us?
3 days.
3 days. And so the performance itself has taken many hours of rehearsal, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
So how difficult has it been for you?
Well, it was not really enough time because the company where we are coming from, we have our Nutcracker, so we had to rehearse a lot for that too.
So you already knew some of the choreography then? You were familiar with it?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
is Stanislav a little different to work with than, say, the other artistic director where you come from?
Well, yes, I believe all of them. They're different.
But they're still classical in their
Oh, yes, they're
instructions.
classical, yes.
Well, how do you feel about the dancers that you're working with? I mean, here they are in Biloxi, Mississippi. Some are so small.
Yes, they
And
were
some are
small.
trained. And obviously their technique is really wonderful all across the board. But how do you feel about that? You've danced with many people.
Yeah, it's different everywhere. Here it's really classical, so I can see that Stanislav is working really well with the kids.
Now, I have to do this to you.
Yes.
So, do you know the word y'all? Do you know what that
Yes.
is? Well, we have to, y'all. Yes,
Yes.
I love the way you say that. Can you say hi, y'all?
Hi, y'all.
That's right. It's beautiful the way you said it. So we wish you much success in the Nutcracker. Will you come back and visit us?
I really hope so.
Oh, I'd love
I
for you
would
to do that. We'd
very
love to
much
see
like
you
that.
perform again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reka.
Thank you.
Thank you. so thrilling to have an international troupe with us. Our guest dancers, Rostislav and Reka, and you are from Russia?
Yes.
But now you and Reka have been dancing for quite some time together?
Yes, just 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Now, how does it feel to be in Biloxi, Mississippi doing the Nutcracker?
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah.
I like the city. Very nice city.
Thank you so much. What do you like about our city?
I don't know, it's kind of quiet, but in the same time it's like not quiet, like
It has excitement.
Yes.
Some excitement.
Yeah.
So now the dancing that you're doing here with the Nutcracker and working with Stanislav, how is that different from what you've been doing with your troupe?
it's a little bit different. It's different choreography. It's more Russian style, like more how it's supposed to be. Where I'm doing it's different a little bit. It's kind of more American one. So
Now, what is the difference in those two styles, would you say?
choreography.
Just the style of is it the positioning and the hands, anything of that nature, or just
No,
the steps
just
themselves?
choreography steps themselves.
So it's more difficult, would you say, the Russian would be?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
It's more difficult and different costumes, if you can see.
Yeah, different
It's like-
costumes.
yeah.
Now, how do you feel about the young dancers? To me, I'm very impressed with them.
Oh, yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, you have played many roles as a dancer.
Yes, of course.
Do you have a favorite?
Yes, it's Donkey Shot, Basil.
And how was that role? Was that a romantic?
It's like, no, it's like more character dance, kind of character.
Character dancing.
Yes, it's like Spanish.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to say the Spanish accent, did you? Well, we want you to be so welcome here anytime you would like to come back and dance for us.
Thank
So
you.
it's been a pleasure, Rostislav.
Thank you.
And we're going to take a short break and be back with some very young dancers and some more performance of the Nutcracker right after this message.
Call or visit Live Oak Village today. Beautifully landscaped gardens, maintenance-free living in a peaceful surrounding.
I'm a resident here at Live Oak and I love it to pieces. It is the nicest place. Everyone here is friendly. The people here are friendly and the people that work here are just dear.
I'd like to recommend to you Live Oak Independent Living. What I really like about it is the people are so friendly.
I've been here at Live Oak for 6 years and it's home to me. And I enjoy every minute spent here. The food is great.
Convenient, secure, home. Live Oak Village, independent and assisted living.
Welcome back to Art Beat, and here are the future prima ballerinas right here in South Mississippi. And you're playing
Clara.
You're playing Claire, and
The doll.
you're playing a doll. And both of you look like dolls. Y'all are so beautiful. How does it feel to be wearing makeup? It's a lot of makeup, isn't it?
Well, I'm used to it
And tell me why.
because I compete at Donna's and I wear a lot of makeup all the time.
Well, I
when
was
compete.
watching you during the warm-up, and you have beautiful dance skills. How long have you been dancing?
Since I was 2.
And so how old are you now?
12.
You're 12 years old. Wow. Is this your first lead role, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty big one, isn't it? How does it feel to be selected for that part?
I feel really good, but I'm kind of nervous.
Well, it's good to be nervous, don't you think? Jordan, are you nervous too? Well, tell me about your dance career. You've been dancing a while too, because I was watching you perform, and you're very, very good on stage. Do you like it?
Yes.
So, what brought you to the dance world? What made you decide that you wanted to dance?
I've danced before, but I haven't danced. Started dancing when I was 3, and then
3 years old, you started dancing, and you were 2. My goodness. And you're what, 8? That was pretty good, wasn't it? I guessed your age. Don't try to guess mine, though, okay? So what is your favorite part of the dancing? Is it the rehearsals? Is it meeting the new people? Is it the costumes? What is the favorite part?
rehearsals and me getting to wear the costumes.
So when it's over, what happens then, girls? What do you do
When it's over,
when it's all over?
everybody takes pictures.
Uh-huh.
We
Do you stay
meet-
in touch with each other? All right. What about the future? Do you think you'll be dancing when you get grown up?
Yes.
Both of you. All right, so you have much to look forward to, and we're going to watch more of these dancers right now, right here on Heartbeat. Stay with us. You are watching Artbeat, and we are at the Sanger doing part of the Nutcracker. Obviously, this is not a ballet dancer, but he's just as winded as one, because this is Alexander, and he does professional dance photography. Now, it's pretty exhausting because you know, I've seen you at many events, and I know that you have shot at IP Casino for Dancing with the Stars, rather, and it is an exhausting process. So, how do you keep your energy level up?
Oh, let's see. My energy level, mainly I try to get probably about 4 hours sleep. That's the key.
Great.
Not a lot of sleep and a lot of coffee.
Well, Alexander's photographs are absolutely amazing. Artbeat will be visiting his studio in the new year, and we will be doing a full show on you. So how long have you been doing this kind of dance photography?
Oh, dance photography, about 45 years.
45 years. Who are some of the greats that you've shot?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know that one.
I am. You know, the funny thing is, when I do a lot of shooting, when I shoot at these places, I don't even know who I'm shooting. I can't tell you half the time who I have shot. You know, the thing is, I'm so mesmerized. I look at lines. Those are the most important things to me. People-wise, they really don't matter to me, believe it or not.
You say you look at the lines, so you're looking at the lines of movement.
I'm always looking at the lines of people. As I'm looking at you, I look at your lines. Your beautiful hair. I love your wardrobe and everything. That's what I'm looking at.
He's
all
my
the time.
personal
So
photographer
people,
now.
you know, Diane said to me the other day, "Did you notice somebody in the theater?" And I says, "No, not really." You know, and they were sitting two seats next to me.
That's because you're so focused on the performers.
I'm focused on performers, and I'm also focused on just things come to me. You know, I look at something and it comes to me, and I want to grab a camera and start shooting. So emotions, you know, those are very important.
Emotions.
Yes.
Emotions.
Emotions.
That's right. I mean, I'm so glad you said that, because you actually see these dancers emoting on stage, don't you?
Absolutely. You know, and also I feel something. When I feel it, I'm going to grab a camera and I want to start shooting.
It's so beautiful.
So everything, you know, everything comes from inside. I don't go out there to shoot to fulfill an assignment. I go out there to shoot because it's in here. And without that, I can't shoot.
Well, as we look at some of your photographs, which we're showing to the audience right now,
Thank you.
I'm sure they can capture a lot of that emotion. And that is how we started the program, because to me, dancing is the emotion and motion of movement, you know. So, I mean, it's truly a creative process. But do you feel that there's a self-consciousness of the dancer when you're photographing them?
When they're young. When they're older, no, they don't. As a matter of fact, I've had dancers tell me that I encourage them to do better when I'm photographing them. So in a sense, yes, but in a sense, no, because they become mesmerized when I start shooting. And actually, we communicate. If I know a particular dancer and I've shot them before, and I've shot them many, not one or twice, but usually 4 or 5 times, there's this interaction between us. And she will look at me and I will look at her, and pretty soon we are just not even conscious of anything but the movement, the lines,
one entity,
the music, and I don't even know where I'm at.
Well, it sounds like the maestro is calling for performance right now, so we're going to move onto the stage and watch some of those that we interviewed perform for you, the Nutcracker. So stay with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This has been great.